Yes, sir. That's 2-0 on the season. The Sixers win again, beat the Knicks 109-89. Pretty comfortable game. It was an easy one. It's obviously the Knicks. They are not a good team. They are not a good franchise, and it's the Knicks. So what else are you gonna do? But I'm very happy with the way that this team played today, especially the starters, even the bench. Again, this team has really pulled me back in from where they were last year. Hope all of you had a very good holiday, though. But I'm glad that we got to see some Sixers basketball tonight. I missed it yesterday. Did win my bet, though. Good way to end Christmas. But, it was a good game by the Sixers. Cannot lie. The starters played very well. Everybody but Danny Green going into double figures. But everybody in the starting five was over plus 18. Everybody was plus 18 or higher. And Embiid actually was the lowest on the plus minus with 18. But everybody else, Danny Green had 19. Tobias had 32. 32. He played a ton of a lot better than he did. He still needs to work on a couple things, especially those wide open threes that he's been getting. He definitely needs to make those. There is absolutely no excuse for him to miss those shots. But Ben was plus 22 and Seth Curry was plus 23. He also played a lot better of a game. The entire starting five. Last game against Washington, we struggled in the third quarter, and the starting five did not look the greatest. Tobias Harris, Danny Green, Seth Curry, they really did not look good at all. But in this game alone, they looked a lot better. This team, thankfully, has pulled me back in. Last year was absolutely horrible to watch them play. But now that you have the spacing with Curry, with Harris, and Green, and even the guys on the bench with Shake and Scott and Furkan and Dwight Howard, man. Dwight Howard is a beast on the boards. This guy, we all know what he is, and he is a vet. But, with the limited minutes that he's gotten, he played 15 minutes tonight. He scored 9 points, grabbed 6 rebounds, 3 offensive, 3 defensive. I love the energy that Dwight Howard gets this team going. He really is. I mean, you see him on the bench. He's always up. He's always waving the towel, always dancing, always yelling, always doing something. I love that his leadership has really brought this team to become more of a family more than a team. Because it seemed like last year that this was more of a team than a family. And you need to have that brother connection in order to win basketball games. The Eagles won the Super Bowl in 2017 solely off of because they were obviously a good team, but they were more of a family. I mean, you could just tell by the atmosphere of the way that the Eagles played that season that everybody just loved playing with one another. And, that's something that they lack now. But the Sixers, however, they have truly, flipped around this organization within 6 months. They have been playing a lot better. They look a lot better. They look like they're having fun out there. Embiid looks like he is all business out there. And his MVP campaign is, it took another big, leap into today. 27 points, a block, a steal, 2 assists, 10 rebounds. It's going to be double season for this guy. He's going to put up over 25 a game with over probably 12 rebounds a game. He looks good out there. He really does. This is the best Embiid that I've ever seen. He just looks like he's not going to take no for an answer. 4 offensive rebounds, 6 defensive. Again, plus 18. But 2 for 4 on threes. Gave him a little wink out there. But Embiid, shooting 50%, playing 30 minutes. He just looks like he's having fun out there again. He looks like he's having fun, but he is strictly business. And it looks like he is going to have a very good career, very good season. Hopefully an MVP season. Hopefully a top 3, in that voting MVP season. That's what I'm hoping for. But, we'll definitely have to wait and see what happens with that. But Ben Simmons also had a pretty good game. 15 points, 2 blocks, a steal, 6 assists, 9 rebounds. The guy is a stat sheet filler. This man will get points and stats on every single column of the stat sheet. And, the Ben Simmons hatred for some people will always be there for some odd reason, and I'll never understand it because I love watching Ben Simmons play. I think he's one of the best players in the NBA. I think he's definitely a top 20 player. I think he's a top 5 point guard. I love the way that Ben Simmons plays. The passes that this guy makes are like no other. Only LeBron James and Magic Johnson have been able to pass the ball like this guy has. And for being, their size. But Ben Simmons, his court vision, his basketball IQ is just insane. And I love watching Ben Simmons play basketball out there. Yes, he still does need to shoot the basketball, and I know he will, when it is needed. But in a game against the Knicks, I'm not looking for you, going up 20, I'm not looking for you to just chuck up shots. I'm looking for you to get the open pass to get you out of the game and, get the bench guys in. But Seth Curry today was a big reason why Ben Simmons didn't need to score the ball a lot, with 17 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds. He was 3 of 4 from 3, 6 of 8 from the field alone, 75% shooting. Seth Curry really looked like, the guy that we traded him for. 17 points is very good. And Tobias Harris also had 17, shooting 50% from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, 7 of 14 from the field. 2 assists, 5 rebounds, 2 blocks. He struggled. It was looking like it was going to be another oh my god game for Tobias Harris, but he really did turn it up in the second half. Plus 32. Whenever he was out on the floor, the Sixers were scoring more points and more points and more points. And I love to see that. I like Tobias Harris. Do I agree with the contract? Not really. But you got to live with it at this point. So I'm hoping if he's here, I want the best version of Tobias Harris to be out there, no matter what. I will always root for the guys that are on my team, contract or not. That's not my problem to really worry about. Danny Green had a better game, 6 points, 2 of 6 from 3. He was a plus 19, though, with 4 steals, 3 assists, 5 rebounds. This guy's hands are very active, along with the entire team. I mean, you look at the starting 5 alone. Ben gets a steal, Joel gets a steal, Seth gets a steal, Danny Green with 4 of them. The defense in the starting 5 is there, and it is something that I thought that last year's team was going to be like, but it obviously was not the case. Off the bench, Shake Milton had 10 points. Mike Scott had 3. Furkan struggled a little bit today, 1 of 5 from 3, 1 of 7 from the field. He only finished with 3. Maxey was 1 for 4, finished with 2, but he didn't get as much playing time as I would have hoped. He would have only 8 minutes. Dwight Howard, as we already said, 9 points, 6 rebounds. Matisse got more run today, almost 7 minutes, but he did not attempt a shot. He did get a steal, though, which is good. Maxey also got a steal. But I'm very satisfied with the win. We played tomorrow against the Cleveland Cavaliers. I expect the same outcome. I expect a win. They are not that good of a basketball team, and I think that the Sixers are a very good basketball team. We might not have the star, the names that everybody loves to talk about, outside of Embiid and Simmons, but when you look at it, sometimes it just goes a little bit deeper than just names out there. And, this team is looking like it could be this team looks like they could have a very good season. Doc Rivers calling plays, and, this team just looks good. And I'm loving every second of it. I love this team so far for these first 2 games. I'm loving what I'm seeing. Joel Embiid, again, on his hopeful MVP campaign. Sixers start off 2-0 to start the season. Gotta love that, beating the Wizards, now the Knicks, and now hopefully tomorrow we go into Cleveland and get the same outcome that we've had the last 2 games. I want to see more of Tobias Harris being more aggressive. Ben Simmons, I would like to see him put the ball in the basket some more. Joel Embiid just needs to keep doing what he's doing, and Seth and Danny Green just keep making those threes, and this team will have no problem winning basketball games, especially with that bench unit putting up big numbers like they have the first two games. We're outscoring benches. We're looking good off the bench. Something that we didn't have last year was a bench unit. And, that's something that Daryl Morey and Doc Rivers really made sure to, work on. And it has worked because this team is good. This is a solid basketball team. Our first test is on Tuesday against the Raptors. Can't wait for that game. But we're taking it one game at a time. 2-0 to start the season. The Sixers win 109-89 against the New York Knicks to go 2-0. We play the Cleveland Cavaliers tomorrow. Joel Embiid had 27 points, 10 rebounds. Ben Simmons is a stat sheet filler with 15 points, 6 assists, 9 rebounds, a steal, and 2 blocks. Seth Curry with 17, Tobias Harris with 17, Shake Milton with 10. Thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Go Sixers, and I am out. Peace.